based on their latest acquisitions, would you take the Patriots or the field to win Super Bowl 52?
I'm taking the Patriots relatively easily, by the way, because really their biggest and stiffest competition is going to come from the NFC. In terms of the AFC, considering the numerous holes that need to be filled by various teams, and considering what the Super Bowl champion, the reigning defending Super Bowl champions have done, I don't think there's any question you go with the Patriots instead of the field. Let's put this in perspective. Tom Brady suspended the first 4 games because of Deflategate. They go 3-1 without him. They come back. They go 11-1 with him, and they win the Super Bowl. This is Tom Brady that passed for nearly 500 yards in the Super Bowl after they were getting ramrodded throughout the first half, out-physicaled by the Atlanta Falcons. They figured out a way to get things done. So what do you do in the offseason? You're Bill Belichick, do you rest on your laurels? No, you do not. What you do is you go out and you get Brandon Cooks from the New Orleans Saints. Fly patterns all day long, deep threat, opening up the field even more significantly for the Amendolas, the Edelmans, the Hogans of the world, people like that. You re-sign the guy that strip-sacked Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl and Dante Hightower, who's 26 going on 27 years of age. He can rush the passer, not to mention the fact he's your play caller on defense. You add a dude in Coney Ealy, who, by the way, was the better player at the University of Missouri. Not Michael Sam. It was him. It was Coney Ealy who was legit, and we know what he's capable of doing. You add him as a defensive tackle. You add Burkhead as a backup running back or what have you. So when you look at it from that perspective, you addressed another wide receiver spot. You addressed somebody in the backfield. You addressed the defensive tackle. You maintained or kept in place one of the elite individuals on the defensive side of the ball for you, who happens to be your signal caller, and pretty much the rest of the nucleus of your squad is intact. To me, it's easy. Patriots out of the AFC, their toughest would be the Super Bowl, and 60 minutes away from a title, I'm not going to bet against them on most situations.
You're wrong. Now, if the question was something like, are they the odds-on favorite? Duh, right? There's no such thing as a lock in the NFL, but there hasn't been a favorite this obvious, maybe since the early 90s Cowboys teams, where you go into the season, that's the defending champs, and they just got better in free agency, and they did it without Gronk, and he's coming back, and they're about to turn their backup quarterback into a first-round stud, and they draft better than everyone. It is, and this could be Tom Brady's swan song. Who knows? In fact, I say it will be. Right. The point is, they are loaded for bear. They are the odds-on favorite, obviously. But do you know what odds-on favorite means, Stephen A. Smith? Odds-on favorite means that they have the best odds. They have better odds than everyone else. In fact, they're 7-2, last I checked, to win the Super Bowl. You know what that means? The field is 3.5 to 1 against them. 3.5 to 1 favorites against them. That's what 7-2 odds means. So the field is never taken in football. There are too many variables over the best team, no matter how dominant. I will give you an example. Alabama, who you took against the field and could not have been more dominant, loses to Clemson. Now, was it close? Yes, they could have beaten the field. Great teams do that sometimes. But you don't take the field against them. For example, you think in next year's Super Bowl, a team that has the game all wrapped up, instead of calling 2 running plays and kicking a field goal, is going to call 2 passing plays again? Right? In order for them to even win the Super Bowl this year, a lot of things had to go right, some of which had nothing to do with them. They had to rely on the kindness of strangers, of the Atlanta Falcons in that instance. So the field doesn't, as much as they are the odds-on favorites for all the reasons you mentioned, and some of them that I did, Ryan, not against the field, they're not the favorite. Not in football, not in the NFL. I'm Max Kellerman. Thanks for stopping by. Before you go, hit the button below to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a moment of me taking down Stephen A. Smith.